Hey, what's going on, world? It's your nutritional wellness guy, me, Chef D, and today we're going east. Now, I'm in LA, but when I say east, I'm not talking Jersey and New York or Atlanta or Florida. I'm even further east. Yeah, like that. Yeah, exactly. We're doing Chinese-inspired teriyaki beef and broccoli. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun one. We usually stay within our comfort zones and we don't usually venture outside of what we know or what we've grown up with. But today, we're gonna have some fun. And I'm gonna show you how easy and less intimidating this dish really is. People think of beef and broccoli and their minds go like, oh, how, where, how? I got you. And we're gonna do it the Chef D way, which simply means a healthier you, the healthiest way. But before I can introduce the true stars of this episode, I'm gonna ask you to please subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Like this video, I appreciate it. But more importantly than those two things, share this with somebody in your life who you truly care about when it comes to their nutrition and wellness journey. Now, let's introduce the stars of this episode. All right, so let's go this way over. Obviously, the VIP for this episode, we have some broccoli. We actually chose fresh broccoli today. You are more than welcome to do a frozen broccoli, but I will warn you, the quality is very different. But sometimes, quality, convenience, affordability, you got to do what works for you. Next, we have some shredded carrots. This is really going to be for the presentation and for some color. Cornstarch. We have some sesame seed oil. We have some crushed black peppercorns. We have some red pepper flakes. We have some olive oil, some water. We have some green scallions, shredded beef or shaved beef. Now, you could or we could do a steak cut and chop it up. If we were to do that and it was a tougher cut, then we would add baking soda because that tenderizes the meat. But we don't need to do that today. We're using a shaved, very tender cut already. We have some ginger, not to be confused with garlic, sea salt, rice wine vinegar, teriyaki sauce, and reduced sodium soy sauce. I think that's everyone. Let's get cooking. All right, so let's first and foremost get some water into the skillet. Now, this is not the same water that we're going to use to make our sauce. This is just enough water to steam the broccoli. It's low-key boiling it and steaming it. When it doesn't submerge all the way, it's like a steam bath. And we're just going to cut these into little small florets. We don't want any of the stem. It's a little too fibrous. It's too tough, and we're not cooking it long enough for it to soften up by the time we finish this dish. There you go, like little, just like that. Cut that little piece off, because again, that's going to be too fibrous. All right, there we go. Now what we do is we add some salt to this water. It's going to help keep it green longer. It's going to help keep that green. Don't forget to wash your broccoli. Don't forget to soak your broccoli. They sometimes put wax and pesticides on broccoli as well. And also broccoli can be kind of dirty. I know when you look at it, it looks very green, but just take a moment to soak it in some baking soda or some pesticide wax remover. That's fine. And we're almost done. Put this little last guy in there. Boom. All right. There we go. A little sea salt. Keep that vibrant green look. All right, and this doesn't take long. We're gonna just move them around a little bit. We're gonna add some soy sauce, so that might have been the teriyaki. The rest of the sea salt, cornstarch. I already cracked the peppers before we started the video. Some crushed red pepper flakes, and teriyaki, and rice wine vinegar. That's the water that we have. And we're just gonna mix a little bit. You don't need that much water because some of the water from the broccoli is gonna carry over. Just give that a good whisk. Beautiful. Now we're gonna put the shaved steak in there. Don't forget to soak your beef. It takes a lot of the blood off. That looks good. I could have soaked this beef a little bit longer. When I say soak it, again, just have it in some water, and once you finish, drain it, because that's what turns the meat dark and it makes the sauce bloody. It's just not a clean sauce. But we'll see how this turns out. There you go, just massage it, show it some love. Great. That looks really beautiful. All right, now we're gonna remove these guys. See how green they are? Usually, I know sometimes we cook our broccoli like we're cooking like steaks. They need love, they need tender and care. Just a nice little bath, little steam bath. All right, get that little one. Got these little two right here. All right, we're good. All right, now we're gonna start our aromatics. We're gonna put some oil into this skillet. The skillet should be nice and hot. Mind you, we're like replicating a wok. Even though this is not a wok is great because of the way it's shaped, and it's very thin, so it's a great conductor of heat, but we're gonna do what we can. We're gonna do the best we can do. All right, so that's warm enough. We'll add our shredded carrots, our scallions. Next we have, what is this, ginger? Or yep, that's the ginger. Scoop that out with my finger. Awesome. And garlic. Oh, this smells good. You can smell it. You can smell the aromatics. Again, we're applying some heat. We just want to wake these ingredients up a little bit. We don't want to cook them too long. We don't want to cook them too high of a heat, because what happens is they break down and they become a mush. You don't want to mush. Chinese recipes, a lot of the stuff is snaps. Great texture, great bite. All right, let's scoop that out. Don't worry, we're gonna add it back later. Scoop all, get as much as you can get out, because we're gonna add the beef and it's gonna get hot. We don't want to burn these ingredients. All right, it's time for the beef. Now we want to drain this. We are going to use some of this later. Again, I like to make an extra gravy. You usually don't need to do this part after what we're going to do. Once that, we don't usually save the juice or pour it out, but I want to make a gravy with that. I like extra sauce with my beef and broccoli when I order from takeout. So that's what we're going to do here. And we want it to get nice and hot. Just like that. That looks amazing. As you can see, the cornstarch is activated. That's why you can see it getting a little cloudy. All right, now let's take this out. Again, it didn't take long. You figure about maybe 5 to 8 minutes, because again, they all come back in the pot together after we make this gravy. There you go, scoop each one out. And it smells amazing, y'all. Like, this smells really good. That little bit there. Now, one ingredient that you can add for an even more authentic flavor, I did not have it, is oyster sauce. About a tablespoon. All right, so let's add this oil. Let's whisk up that marinade that we had. All right, not too bad, not too bad. Awesome. And some of the blood from the meat, believe it or not, I don't know if you all know this, but it's called a coagulant. So back in the day when they, didn't have the roux and the corn starches and all that other stuff, but it wasn't as accessible, blood was used as a thickening agent. Now, we don't do that now because we look at it as just nasty or inhumane. But again, we do have blood. I mean, it's in steak, it's in chicken, it's in turkey, it's there. Now look at this. This looks great. Let's mix this up a little bit more. Oh, you try to get out of there. Come back in here. Wow, beautiful. Let's plate this up. Plate this up. Now what we'll do when we taste this, we'll add the sesame oil. Sesame oil should be added at this point, actually 2 minutes before we turn off the heat. We don't want to cook it, we just want to activate. It's called a finisher oil. All right, let's try it out. Okay. Yeah, see, okay. We did it. We did it. So one step that we did not do on camera, which I looked, oh man, I forgot my finisher oil. So traditionally in these dishes, there's a finisher oil, which is the sesame seed oil. So we're just gonna pop that right on the top there. Awesome. It's not an oil that's meant to be cooked, but it adds another component, another pack. So let's do this. This is good. I'm excited. I'm excited. I mean, the broccoli looks amazing. We have a nice little beef and broccoli gravy. I don't know about you all, but growing up, I used to love the gravy that came in the beef and brock. This looks great. I mean, it smells amazing. You can see the ginger, you can see the garlic. Let's do it. Let's do it. That was pretty quick too. Like that was really, really quick. Oh, I can't even say it. I hope I didn't drool on camera. The cut that you use for your beef, it matters. It really matters. Fortunately enough, I purchased a shaved steak that is really tender. But if you had just, let's say, a sirloin or a strip or chuck or any other kind of cut that is less forgiving, remember, do the baking soda. Just add like a teaspoon with the marinade, and it will soften it up. It'll make it super tender. That's a good bite. Oh my God. And remember, you heard it here first. Health is wealth, and I'm just here to make sure you're getting paid. I'm doing it. I know I'm talking with my mouth full. I'm sorry. Until next time, yum on. This is amazing. Mm.